Hey, Melissa, it's the first sign of possible momentum in these trade talks between the U.S. and China. The Wall Street Journal reporting around midday that a top Chinese security official has been looking into what exactly the Trump administration wants to see when it comes to his concerns over fentanyl. Remember, the 20% tariffs before the full 145% tariffs took effect were due to fentanyl in particular. So now China's saying they're considering sending this security official to Washington for meetings or having him meet with the Trump team in some third country. I should note here, Melissa, I reached out to the White House and have not heard from them as to whether they've heard from China on this or if it would be enough to lead the president to cancel at least some of those tariffs against China, even temporarily. But this does come just after China's Commerce Ministry said yesterday that they are evaluating offers from the U.S. and that they want to see the U.S. show some sincerity by canceling some tariffs before they launch talks. And that's what makes this a key move potentially from China, because it's something that could really give both sides a win here, Melissa. It's the kind of thing that the Trump administration could say, we're getting something on fentanyl. Potentially, they could adjust the tariffs in that way. Then China could say, if tariffs are being adjusted, we're open to starting talks. So the kind of thing, Melissa, that could at least get the ball rolling.
A positive step. Megan, thank you. Megan Casella from the White House. China has already begun carving out exemptions in terms of the list of products covered by tariffs, which is maybe an olive branch of some way. This was definitely taken as a positive. This would be a major win if even they started officially talking.
Especially because this was really where we started out, right? I mean, and so quietly exempting some of these tariffs is also another way the Journal phrased it, and I think that's right. And I think if you think about combining that with what we had this morning, which was that the porridge was just right in terms of today's jobs number on a week when we had a little bit of mixed economic data. But for the most part, the economy right now is doing its part going into a Fed meeting next week. But all the superlatives about the stock market you can throw at it really are. And it's one of these, I hope you didn't sell, because it really is. It seems as if some of this was an aberration. I don't think a lot of this is an aberration in terms of what we got in terms of the market's concern around the strength of the economy. But, we're through an earnings season, 60% through or so, with obviously some most of the big folks having reported. Realized correlations between stocks are extremely high, which tells you that people are just buying the market in some level. And I do think, as we've said a few times, a lot of the selling, if you believe it was just repositioning by long short hedge funds and global macro guys and CTAs, it means that there really wasn't a lot of real selling in there. And I think, fortunately, for a lot of people, not over trading this market is exactly how this was to be handled.